The pandemic has impacted so many major life events, and it turned what's supposed to be one of the most joyous times in a couple's life into a nightmare for Andre and Jennifer Laubach. Take a look. Jennifer Laubach was 30 weeks pregnant with twins when she began developing symptoms of coronavirus. Her husband, Andre, started feeling them even worse less than a week later. On April 2nd, they were hit with two life-changing milestones in the same hour. First, Jennifer's coronavirus symptoms caused her water to break. Then, as they were leaving for the hospital, Andre received the phone call they were dreading. His coronavirus test came back positive, and he could not go with Jennifer to the hospital to be at the birth of their children. Andre was coughing and gasping for breath as Jennifer was forced to leave him at home by himself. She says she told Andre that she loved him and then drove herself to the hospital, wondering if it was the last time she'd ever see her husband. When Jennifer arrived at the hospital, the doctors put her in a full coronavirus protocol. She had difficulty breathing, but the next morning she gave birth to her twin boys, Mitchell and Maxim, 8 weeks prematurely. Moments later, they were rushed to the NICU and placed in quarantine. She just wanted to see them, but they had to be kept away from her for their safety. It's a heartache she says she'll never forget. 2 days later, she left the hospital and rushed home to Andre, who was slowly getting better. For 20 agonizing days, they could only connect with their newborn twins the way most of us are doing with our loved ones right now, through video chat.
Hi. Hi.
Thankfully, Andre and Jennifer fully recovered, and after 3 weeks, they were finally able to see Mitchell and Maxim in person.
I'm gonna cry, they're so tiny.
And hold them for the very first time. Please welcome from their home in Michigan, Jennifer and Andre Laubach and their beautiful twin boys, Mitchell and Maxim. Welcome to the show. Oh, they're so beautiful. Now, Jen, you were separated from your boys for 20 days, which I can't imagine, but then were able finally to bring both boys home on May 11th. Now, we were supposed to do this segment with you 2 weeks ago, I believe, but something very scary happened with your son, Maxim. Can you take us through what happened?
Yeah, so we had our son, Maxim, here. We had just gotten him home from the NICU. We had all been home as a family together for about 7 days. And I was feeding him one night and I noticed he had a swollen and bruised bump on his neck, I think lymph node. And he had some quite a bit of labored breathing. So I called our pediatrician and she told us to take him to the emergency room right away. So I sat him down and I went to go pack a bag and get Andre, and he just stopped breathing. His face completely changed colors. I tried patting him on the back. I couldn't get him to breathe. I screamed for Andre. He came and actually hit him on the back pretty hard and got him to take a big breath, but then he stopped breathing again. So we called 911 and they walked us through CPR over the phone, and Andre was able to give him 10 rescue breaths and revive him. The ambulance came, took us, myself and Maxim, to the hospital. And once we got to the emergency room, it was kind of chaotic because they didn't know what was wrong. So they ran some tests. They gave him oxygen. They stabilized him, ran some tests, found out it was group B strep infection, which infection in infants can cause them to have apnea and stop breathing. So he had IV antibiotics for 2 weeks. And Andre and I would go to take turns going to the hospital every other day. So one of us could stay home with Mitchell here. And he came home last week, and now we're all back together again.
I'm so glad. So, Andre, you weren't able to be at the birth of the kids because you tested positive for coronavirus. And you said that your breathing got so bad while you were home alone that you thought you might not make it. just a few weeks later, you had to give your newborn rescue breaths to bring him back to life. So how extraordinary is it that when you thought it wasn't going to happen, you did get well, and you were well enough to breathe life into your son? What's that like?
Almost losing my life was nothing compared to watching what was happening to my son. It's a real wake-up call as to being a parent. The difference is, I can't describe it. It's just, I'm so happy to have him here and healthy. You can obviously see he's breathing well now, but you know, when I thought it might be my time to go, I kind of made peace with it. But there's no way you can do that with your child. So I know how fortunate we are to have him here today.
Well, all three of y'all.
Yes, yes. Well, our
Is that
friends
you
at
or
The
me,
Honest
Sonny?
Company, I think it's me. Our friends at The Honest Company heard about your incredible story. They provide thoughtfully formulated, safe and effective baby personal care and beauty products. They wanted to help ease a little bit of the stress that you've been going through. So they are giving you a year's worth of their hypoallergenic and advanced leak protection diapers, because we know you're going to need many of those. And they're also going to give you 100% plant-based wipes. And that's not all. They're also sending you their purely sensitive bath time favorites and Jessica Alba's favorite Honest Beauty skincare bestsellers for you, Mom, because we have to take care of ourselves too. So congratulations, and please take care of yourselves. Take care of those beautiful baby boys. Be safe, be well, be happy. Thanks
Thank you
to
so
Jen
much.
and Andre. You're very welcome. Our thanks to Jen and Andre Laubach and our sponsor, The Honest Company. Thank you, thank you, thank you.